What is up, everybody? We're just a couple of days away from another Michigan Wolverines game day, at least as I'm recording this on Thursday. I don't know if that's when you're watching it, but that's when I'm recording it. And the question I have for you as we start this, and you see the title, that is Michigan football is about to blow up the Big Ten. There is a ton of confidence starting to rise from within this program. We're starting to hear it from guys that traditionally have been pretty quiet about what this team is doing and really businesslike are starting to say some really, really good things. We're going to talk about that. I have so much to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about my Heisman anger right now, my Heisman Trophy anger. I'm going to talk about a long wing streak. I'm going to talk about different keys to know in this game that we have coming up against Wisconsin. But before we get into that, what's your confidence level in this Michigan football team right now? Here you can see the schedule that we have remaining, okay? We have Wisconsin, then we go to USC. We're home against Washington, thank goodness. Go to Michigan State, at home against Purdue, at Northwestern, at Maryland, and Ohio State. What is your confidence level? We're currently 3-1. We played 12 games. What is your confidence level that we get out of here with 10 or more wins? 10 or more wins. 10-2 or 11-1. Because that's kind of where I'm at with it. 9-3 is what I predicted at the beginning of the year, but that's starting to feel like, yeah, it's very possible. 9-3, 10-2, that's where I'm at. But 11-1 is not out of the possibility. And when you talk and you hear what the Michigan captains are saying, all of them are saying good things. So I'm just going to go through a bunch of, there's an MLive article that went through all these quotes. All right, Here's defensive end Derek Moore. We just have good energy, all right? Especially the win at Nebraska. I feel like that one right there kind of brought us back and brought back the joy to the team, especially after the Central and Nebraska win. So I'm sure the joy was taken out of the team with Oklahoma. That makes sense, all right? But there are even better quotes that are coming, all right? And the next one is Ben Bredesen, who is another co-captain. He says, you can feel the airplane taking off. Guys settling into their roles. Fullback and co-captain Max Bredesen said, once you get into the season, roles are kind of defined, but it turns into mastery of your role, being as good at your role as you can be. Now, that doesn't mean we only have 22 guys playing. No, there's still 30 to 35 guys playing every single game day, but they're settling into their roles. The rotation of 6 defensive tackles, the rotation of 4 defensive ends, the rotation of 4 linebackers, the safeties, that is like a rotation of 3 different safeties, 3 or 4 different corners. They all know what their role is. It's becoming defined, and they're mastering their roles at this point. That's just on the defensive side of the ball. It's the same with the offense. This team is starting to feel different. The talent is starting to feel different. And what is so amazing to me is so many of these guys that are playing and playing a lot are young. They're young guys, or at least new to the program, that are going to be here for a little while. That's what's amazing to me. That is what is so encouraging, because it tells me that Sharon Moore knows how to build a team, right? Like, let's look at our basketball team. By the way, just got a big shooting guard recruit. I'm super excited about that. Maybe I'll make a video about that later. Got a 4-star top 75 kid in the country. Man, oh man, Dusty May, you're killing it. But here's the thing. When I look at Dusty May, that's a man who knows how to build a team. That's a man who knows how to build a program. Juwan Howard was a coach that knew how to recruit, but it was never a team. He didn't have a team. John Beilein knew how to recruit a team. Like, there is a difference between that. Jim Harbaugh knew how to recruit a team. Sharon Moore is putting together a good team. He's putting together guys who are winning games even at a young age. All right? Bredesen continued talking about after Oklahoma. He said, those next 2 days, you can kind of see what people are really like, Bredesen said. Seeing all that as a guy that's been here a while, it was fun. It was encouraging to see that standard of bouncing back. Control the controllables. Dominate what you can now. For that to really be in play, it was a cool situation to see. What he's saying is that even after we lost to Oklahoma, that same standard that they had as national champions, and honestly, those 3 years, right, where we made the college football playoff 3 years in a row, that same standard is with this team. And that's because this is a coaching staff that was here, or at least a head coach, right, and a lot of other position coaches as well. There are players that were still here. And that is the key to building programs that are good year after year after year. That's what Alabama was able to do. They were able to set the standard year after year after year. Harbaugh, it took him a minute, but he was able to set the standard year after year after year. And when we see Ben Bredesen, who's 5th year, right? He is one of the most respected players. He's going to be a politician one day. When we see him out here saying these guys are responding the exact same way, and it was so cool to see, it's because they knew. I don't think last year we had a bad football team. We just didn't have the right quarterback. And so that is all those types of things that you're looking at that you're like, okay, yeah, I get it. But here's what we need to see. We need to see this team go out and beat the teams like Wisconsin. We need to see them out. We need to see them be able to throw on Wisconsin. We need to be able to see them out physical USC. We need to be able to see the balanced attack that it will take to beat a solid Washington defense. We need to see the mental fortitude that it will take to beat a Michigan State. All right, those are the things. All right, couple of things to know. We know that in this upcoming game, we know that Wisconsin can stop the run, but Michigan has the 8th best running game in the BCS, or FBS. Sorry, that's what we call it now, right? They're averaging 253.5 yards per contest. Totally different than it was last year. And that's another thing that's really starting to bother me. I did a video, and I'm just going to touch on it right now. I did a video on Justice Haynes and why I don't understand why he's not getting the Heisman love. And it was a video where everybody was talking about their top 5, 6 players. They're pretty much all quarterbacks. A couple wide receivers in there. Well, The Athletic did a straw poll of all their people. This is the 15 names that you're seeing for the Heisman Trophy. They are Dante Moore, Fernando Mendoza, Diego Pavia, Reuben Bain Jr., John Mateer, Jeremiah Smith, all right, Carson Beck, Ahmed Hardy, Ty Simpson, Haynes King, Mekhi Lemon, Jeremiah Love, what has he done this year? Chris Brazel, Trinidad Chambliss, Mario Craver, and Jordan Tyson. You know who's not on there? Justice Haynes. I understand why Ahmed Hardy's on there. He has the same numbers Justice Haynes has. Why in the world is Jeremiah Love on there? He doesn't have those numbers. There's 2 running backs on there. There's one running back that's the best running back in the country right now, and it's not close. It's Justice Haynes. Get this dude on the Heisman. The fact that I understand maybe not yet top 5. It's a little early to put a running back that we didn't expect. Now, he was in the Doak Walker conversation. I was on the Doak Walker Award watch list at the beginning of the season. But the question I'm asking is, why is he not on the Heisman watch list? So here he is, or here he isn't. Get him on there. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right, the one other thing that I wanted to talk about before the game, we have 13 straight winning homecoming. We've won 13 straight homecoming games. The last time we lost was in 2010 to Iowa. All right, we lost a lot of games. But that year. But I believe, I want to say that was Rich Rod. Yeah, we lost a lot of games that year. But the last time we lost homecoming was in 2010. Let's go out. Let's get a win. Let's make it 14 straight. All right, let's make it 14 straight. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already. We'll see you on the next one. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, this is a team about to take the Big Ten by storm. We're going to be looking up, and it's going to be a battle of top 5, at least top 10 teams when Ohio State and Michigan meet. Can't wait to see it. Cannot wait. Oh boy. 11-0, 10-1, maybe. See you on the next one.